we dove kind of deep, so now I want to get into the more positive, especially with Pride Month coming. Like this is the time to shine. I was wondering about that too. The T4T. I know your first show was in July. Was it just simply that the venue wasn't available in June? Like, why did you choose July? Because I thought you would do June because of Pride Month, or was it just that's when it was available? Was it something simple like that?
Jill, I just didn't want to do the trans show in June and be like, yeah, look at us, go Pride Month. Because then we won't be able to get any of the talent that we want. Because they're all booked. Like, we
Oh,
wouldn't get,
true.
yeah, we like, but if we run 1 week after June ends, then I'm like, all right, well, like, the people are still in the Pride Month spirit. And, like, we'll, more likely than not, the people I wanted for the show are going to be available. Because if we ran in June, I can guarantee you that everybody that we've announced so far is not going to be able to make our show because they'll already have prior commitments and stuff. So that's one of the reasons. The second reason is July 4th weekend. People have money to spare. People have time. Like uh, we're not running 4th of July. We're running a day before that, so people are probably already kind of in that like weekend mindset. So they'll be eager to party. They'll be fresh. And it's also Anime Expo weekend in Los Angeles. So, I'm a big anime fan. I'm gonna fly her out to like the anime convention center. So hopefully we'll get a bunch of cosplayers in the crowd. So yeah, that's some of the main reasons. I did want to run in Pride Month. Don't get me wrong. June would have been nice, but logistically speaking, I've learned a thing or two about how to like go about it the right way from my time as a wrestler.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I figured it was more of a business thing.
and
Reason
you've
why.
got some top tier talent announced for your premiere show. Dark Chic, Nyla Rose, Sunny Kiss, Giselle Shaw. All huge names in the community. What made you want to start T4T Wrestling?
Ah, uh, what's have y'all ever seen SpongeBob?
Mhm.
Uh, y'all know Mr. Krabs? You know how he goes
Yeah.
money? Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Um, I did a show in LA for T Boy Wrestling, which was like the inspiration for this, and it was great. I've been chasing that high since. It was one of the best shows I've ever done, and then that company got canceled for a lot of like funds mismanagement and just scandal after scandal. And I realized, well, what a shame. This was a company that had great potential, hit the right demographic, and it went down. And I thought to myself, well, I was there. I wasn't there for very long, but I saw enough of it to know what it can be. Um, I think that under the right people, this could become something like that. And the reception and the support for it has been incredible. We have, I have never experienced this because I used to promote for Pandemonium Pro Wrestling, and I never experienced this in my years as a promoter. We're struggling because we're selling tickets way too much and we're way too fast. We are selling too many tickets. We are worried that we're gonna have to turn people away at the door, I'm worried that I'm gonna need to rent out an industrial fan so people don't like suffocate from like the heat because there's so many bodies in one building. Like like it's crazy. Like these are first world problems for a promoter. Like these are great problems to have. That being said, like I think that um the support for it has been great. I think that there is sort of a market for it, not necessarily towards wrestling fans, but just queer communities in general. Like they want something like this that gathers all of us and like provides solidarity and community and empowerment. Like during a time like this, so that's one of the things that like drew me into wanting to do this. I'll be real, and this is like a Kid Bandit first. I'll be real. I don't want to run this. I wanted to fund it. I wanted to hire people to like run it for me. Um, and like I wanted this to be something that blossoms under someone's leadership, not necessarily mine. And I think that moving forward, I'm still going to be looking for like qualified people to like take over and stuff. Like I'm only running it because I have the means to do it. Once
Mhm.
like once we get it settled and like its foundations are solid and like people want it to be like because like I'm like we haven't even had our first show yet. We haven't even like announced any talent yet, and we already got people asking us, when are you going to be in New York, when are you going to be in Texas, when are you going to be here? And yeah, I'm like, God, we still need to survive July. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, like I could see from the demand that there is a market for this, and I could tell that because of like the talent that I've like garnered for this show, people are taking us seriously because, like we said, it had Nyla, Dark Sheik, Giselle, Sunny Kiss. Like, these are people that have established themselves within the industry. So, you know, if they're willing to work with us, then the goodwill that we have amongst like the audience is already like established. People are willing to trust us, and now they want us there. I don't trust myself. I think that like my experience works best when I'm working for someone, but I'm also the one funding everything, so I'm in charge. So there it is. That is the ultimate dilemma. It's like the burden of leadership is only on my hands because like I feel like no one else is stepping up to like handle it right now. But eventually, I hope with time, you know, someone powerful and like with the right mindset can help like run this, and then I can take my rightful place as like a producer because like I'm good at I'm great at producing. I'm great with like directing and camera angles and production stuff. Like, I have a degree in film, and I want to do that stuff. All the logistic stuff that I have to like handle, like, not my thing. But everything's working out great. So like, like I said, like we are dealing with tickets being sold too fast that we're struggling. Like I literally had to panic to try to get 100 more seats for our show because we otherwise we'd be sold out of seats. So it's a great problem to have.
Yeah,
No,
that's definitely a
100%.
good problem to have.
Especially for your first show. And you mentioned having to get an industrial fan. First world problems. I used to go to PWG back in
And,
'05 when they won out
like
of
at
the
Reseda,
Jewish community. No, the Jewish Community Center in Hollywood. That place was nicknamed the Sweatbox for a reason. Like, there was probably 500 people in a room that shouldn't have had more than 200, and it was just nuts. Like,
that's the problem I'm hoping I don't have to deal with.
but
Yeah.
again, it's a good problem to
It's a
have for
great
your first
problem,
show.
yeah, for sure.
You wanna be successful, and to know that there's that supply and demand, and you're meeting that demand. Like, you can only go up from there, right? I mean, like,
Yes.